Hey friends, how are you? Happy Wednesday. It's Jill here. So number one, we're an hour later than we usually do these weekly Q&A sessions because I just got back from the dentist. I wasn't sure how long they were going to keep me there. And so we're here. We're usually here at noon Eastern on Wednesdays to do a weekly Q&A where we answer all your burning questions about fitness, nutrition, menopausal weight gain, and more. And so I've got lots of questions to answer today, but I wanted to go over a few things as well. And it's funny, I just realized I was wearing this shirt in the Q&A last week. So how funny is that? You can go back to last week's now and check that out. Things that I want to make sure that you don't miss include, number one, so we've been doing a lot of free stuff at year end. And I want to make sure you don't miss any of it and that you actually take advantage of these free opportunities. Okay. Number one is that last week, on top of our Q&A, we also did a year-end fitness audit workshop. And say hi when you get here. I see Corinne just hopped on. So the fitness audit workshop was a 3-part series on figuring out what you did in 2023 to help get you to your transformation goals. And we evaluate what worked, what didn't work, and then we start goal setting for the coming year. And it really helps to focus you. And I've had a bunch of calls with those of you who did the assignment and saw it through, booked a call with me. I put the link in here if you want to book a call with me so that we can go over and create an action plan with you. And so that is super helpful because it's like, hey, I have a goal, I want to beeline it to my goal, tell me what to do and I'll do it. And it absolutely is going to help you get there quicker. And so it's a free opportunity. I set up a guide where I put all of the posts. There was 3 days, so it's 3 videos plus the worksheet. And I put them all in a guide in our group here. So you just go to guides and it's the last guide. It's called the year-end fitness audit. So I want to know that you're committed to doing this. Go ahead and commit to it. Let me know you're going to do it, okay? That's number one. I also included one more post in there, which was the setting your affirmations or your words for 2024. And I did the exercise right along with you, and I came up with 3, and I'm sticking to these 3. I am limitless. I remove my self-inflicted boundaries to reach my fullest potential. I am authentic. I live my truth and my genuine nature is valued. And I am patient. I breathe and trust that everything is unfolding for my highest purpose. So these are mine for the year. I had so many appointments already this morning. I had therapy and I went over these with my therapist and he was like, these are amazing. These are perfect for you for the coming year. I was like, I know. They really called out to me and I took my time deciding on these and I didn't want to get rid of any of them. And so I love self-help and working on yourself and brainstorming with somebody else. So while I don't have a fitness coach right now, I have a therapist, I have doctors, I have I have like 3 golf coaches. I have all these people in my life who I look to for mentorship and to sort through all the icky things that come up and try to become my best self. And so I think that if you go and use my exercise, then follow along with me and choose your words, you can find your focus for the coming year. And these are the things that I'm going to focus on, that I know I want to focus on, and that I can improve simply by, I like to pin them on my board that's right above you here, simply by looking at these, or I'll put them up on the window here, and this is where I work out and this is where I work. And every day seeing these things, that's how you become these things that you really want to be, okay? So this is a super powerful exercise and I'm giving it to you for free, so don't squander the opportunity, okay? Another opportunity is that every Monday I come in here and I do a Monday motivation pep talk. So find this Monday's motivation pep talk and watch it. Comment that you've watched. Anytime you do any of these things, let me know, because I'll notice you. I'll know you're doing the things and I can celebrate you and I can be proud of you and I can be involved in your journey and help you along, because that's why I'm here. That's what I want to do. So more things are coming, more free things. One free thing that I haven't mentioned in a while, also in the guides, is my crockpot clean eating 3-day, recipes, 3 recipes. They're my best crockpot recipes, and that's really great at this time of year. No matter where you are, it's probably getting cooler. I'm in South Florida and it's getting cooler. And so these are 3 great recipes. Go find that crockpot guide. It's free, amazing recipes, so go do those. And then also coming up, so next Wednesday, we will not have our Q&A session because I'll be out to lunch with some friends back in New York when we go out for Christmas. But I will be doing a special workshop, another free workshop on Tuesday at noon Eastern. So December 26th at noon Eastern, Tuesday, I'll be doing a dream board or vision board workshop. And I'm gonna bring my 3 words to this workshop too. And what I generally like to do is I take you through the exercise of creating your vision for the coming year. And then as soon as I stop that video, I sit there and I do my own. And I always share what I come up with you. And like I said, whatever you're focused on expands. Whatever you want to improve in your life, if you have that focus on it, you can envision it and then start taking action because you are constantly, it's on your mind, then you can get whatever you want, and you can get it quicker than if you weren't focusing on it and having it, that clear vision of what you're wanting. So it's an amazing opportunity. Again, don't waste it. Show up. Okay, and then I'm going to have also a New Year's opportunity, which I'm not going to focus on yet because I want you to do these things. This year-end stuff is so important. So you got to start focusing on what worked and what didn't work this year. What are we going to do for next year? What's our focus going to be? And what kind of energy are we going to bring in to this new year? It's never too late to start. It's better to start yesterday than today, but it's better to start today than tomorrow, okay? And better tomorrow than next week. Better next week than next year. So let's now do our weekly Q&A. And if you're new here, welcome. So what we do every week on Wednesdays at noon usually is I go through a sampling of you ladies. Everybody's 40 plus, looking for transformation, maybe struggling to make transformation. Bodies are changing, moods are swinging, and sleep is hard to come by. And so all the things, and the belly weight is starting to just pack on. And so what we do is we kind of take a look at what's holding everybody back, what are our goals, and what are some of these questions that you have, and how can I answer them for you? And since a lot of people often have the same questions, I love answering them collectively. But also, if you have questions that you want answered, just you and I, then book a game plan call with me. It's free, and you got me listening to you. And what happens oftentimes is sometimes we come up with an action plan, whether it's us working together or you working on your own. And I hear from the ladies who I do these calls with, and they're like, oh my God, just having this call was super impactful, but I can't wait to do the things that we talked about. So take advantage, okay? All right, so we are gonna start with Rose. And when I asked, what is holding you back from achieving success in your fitness and nutrition? Rose said work. So Rose, unless you're working 24 hours a day, I bet we can figure this out. If you're meaning that time is holding you back, then we can do something that is very quick and effective in the day. If it is work is stressing you out, then we can work on stress reducing mechanisms that will also then help you release that stress causing weight gain. Whatever it is, let's talk about it a little more and dig a little deeper there, okay? Maybe start asking the question why. And when we start answering the question why, we just keep asking until we start getting to the root answers, okay? Diana says age, possibly. Well, possibly age is affecting you, but possibly it doesn't have to hold you back, okay? Katerina says she's too busy. Well, I don't believe anybody's too busy to take care of themselves and their health for at least 10 to 20 minutes a day. So maybe if your thought is that you need a lot longer, then we can teach you some shorter time-saving mechanisms for being healthy and getting to your goals. Cindy says, never having any weight loss to keep me motivated. Okay, so she hasn't been seeing results and she doesn't feel motivated to continue. So sometimes we're doing either the wrong things and we're not getting any results, or we keep doing the same things that are not getting us any results anymore, and it's time to make a change. And once we make a change, we see the effects, and that is very motivating. So my gift for you in the new year, which I'm going to tell you about next week, is definitely going to be something that can kickstart that weight loss for you. Anybody who's heard me say the word kickstart before knows that it means a really quick win that's super motivating, okay? Let's see. Nancy said laziness is holding her back. Well, I guess I can't help you there until you decide that you're going to take action and change that state of mind. Lisa says knowledge. We can always empower you with knowledge. Number one is to keep showing up and come to these Q&As. Tracy says time. Like I said, we don't need a lot of time. We need to be effective with our time. And that was one of the things we worked on in the workshop last week, which you can find in the guides. Also, I pinned the 3 posts to the featured section. What was I going to say? Time management was one of the sections on that. So I prompt you with certain questions, teach you about time management. And so that's a good start for that, Tracy. Krista's not sure what's holding her back. Christy says motivation and consistency. So, consistency with something small and that you can stick to actually generates a lot of motivation. And I will use my newest client, Jennifer, as an example here. So I set Jennifer up this week with a 5-day Kickstart meal plan. And I also set her up with 3 15-minute workouts. She is a 4th grade teacher. She gets up early. She's very busy. And after day 1 of doing her first 15-minute workout, Jennifer said to me, can you actually schedule another workout for tomorrow? Because I had her Monday, Wednesday, Friday. She said, I really want to be consistent. And this was actually great. I had so much energy. I felt so much better than usual. And this was like on her first morning of getting started. And so I said, sure. So I filled up her whole week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And she's doing it and she's loving it. She's feeling the amazingness, and she's checking into our community, my client group, and saying like, wow, this is awesome. I'm just going to keep going. And you can feel the energy. So that consistency absolutely creates motivation, and it creates those goals, or not the goals, the results that are going to continue to help motivate you. So Leah, who says she's got no motivation, same thing. Let's get you going. And you can also go every time on Mondays when I do my motivation pep talks, I add them to a guide, also in the guide section of our group here. And the guides have Motivation Monday. And you can watch those, you can binge watch those. If you're going on a road trip, if you're going on an airplane, if you're just gonna stay up all night or go sit in a hammock or find a nice cozy spot with a cup of tea and just watch those motivation videos, and they will give you so much food for thought. Take notes and just start taking action, okay? Or hop on a pep talk call with me. Game plan call, pep talk call, whatever you wanna call it. I will help you get motivated, okay? Christina also says time is holding her back. And Marcia says the same thing. Chris says back pain, motivation, and lack of knowledge. So we've just talked about a couple of these things. Back pain, it's funny you say that, Chris, because today I completed Jill's Killer Abs. Workouts 1 through 20. So today is the 20th of December, and I completed Jill's Killer Abs today. I start it every first of the month, and I go from the 1st to the 20th. And I talked a lot about back pain today because the 5th, the 10th, the 15th, and 20th are glute workouts. And that is a big part. Us sitting all the time is a big part of why we have back pain. It's because our glutes are underactive. We need to get them active again. We need to work the glutes, and we need to help strengthen that complex that is our core, that includes our abs from front to back, and our glutes are part of that too. And if you can get going on Jill's Killer Abs with me, then I have a feeling you can help your back pain, because I had a massive permanent spinal injury in 2008, and I have not felt back pain for a very long time, and I've been doing Jill's Killer Abs for almost 2 years. It means like almost 24 rounds of Jill's Killer Abs, always starting on the 1st. If you want to take a look at Jill's Killer Abs, I'll put the link in here. If you want to start with me, you could start today. You could start on the 1st with me. It's Jill Ortiz Fitness. I can't type and talk at the same time. .com/Jills-Killer-Abs. All right, so I'm going to let you know, grab Jill's Killer Abs. Best abs program on the market. I developed it because I couldn't find one that I liked enough. That wasn't the same workouts repeated over and over. I can't do the same workouts over and over again, but this, and I always take that to, I always have that in mind. Like today when I did 19 and 20 today, and I was like, I never get tired of this. It's a whole month from when I did this one workout the last time, and so I never feel like, oh, I just did this, I don't want to do this. I always feel excited for the next one, and to complete it is a good feeling too. Okay. Denise says mindset and arthritis pain are holding her back. Cindy says motivation and knowledge of what to eat. Michelle says she is holding herself back. Julie says motivation. Jennifer says knowledge and nutrition. Julie says nutrition. Another Julie says consistent nutrition. And then Angie says energy. So this is interesting, the nutrition piece. We can be so empowered with nutrition when we understand the kind of like the chemistry behind it, the physics behind it, how giving ourselves the proper nutrition, the proper nutrients at the proper time of day, combining the right things, carbs, proteins, fats, how this all comes together and can help you be so much more consistent, help you find ease in nutrition when you've got the right combo, and how to be super motivated by the results you'll get when you have your nutrition in check, because you understand a framework that you can follow that will absolutely get you results. So that is what I do with my clients, is we do frameworks for nutrition. I have 5 that I teach. And so even yesterday, was it 2 days ago or yesterday? I don't know. Yesterday or 2 days ago when I was on with my client Shemaine, we were talking about giving her a framework. Her framework prior was just a meal plan and healthy recipes. And so I wanted to teach her the mindful nutrition basics framework that I teach. And just by giving her more of a visual of what her breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks should look like, she was able to connect it with what she's been doing and make little tweaks going forward, and know that no matter whether she's traveling, which she is for the holidays, or if she's at home preparing meals, that she can always be on track with her framework, and then see what results she gets by following it. And then together we can make tweaks, and when she wants to try a new framework, we teach her. And there's so much empowerment in this knowledge of nutrition, that what I do is, if you are interested in doing doing some coaching with me, I'm actually, if you didn't know, from now until the end of the year, if you sign up for a game plan call with me and we decide to move forward together, then my coaching is 50% off, which is huge savings. So I would absolutely do that. But you can also do a mini nutrition trial with me anytime. It's just 2 to 3 weeks. We do 3 calls together where I teach you a framework for nutrition, and then you go and you do it on your own. I'm going to see if I can pull that up, and I'll drop the link here as well. And you go do it, and then we come back and we evaluate how it's going, and then we have another chat and we tweak, and then you go and you do it again, and we have a week go by, and then we come back and we reevaluate again. And so I'm going to drop this link here for the nutrition trial if that's something that you'd like to try, and we can empower you with so much knowledge, and this could be enough to really start moving the needle for you. It's so exciting for me when I hop on with somebody and start teaching them, and they get very excited too. And then I send you all the materials and an overview of what I taught you so that you have the information always. Book your nutrition trial here. So if anybody is interested in doing that, that could be a good first little step if you're not ready to take a big leap, okay? Let's go back. That's still posting. Okay, so that should be in there too. All right. And then we had one more. Michelle says, hormonal imbalances, especially cortisol and progesterone, always feel I can't lose weight no matter how healthy I eat, and cravings for salty and sugary snacks are torturous. So Michelle, I'm gonna get in touch with you regarding my menopausal metabolism reboot. This is probably a really good place for you to start. And I've said this, I know, many times probably on these Q&As, but sometimes the body needs a specific jolt, of specific like an unclogging, okay? So think about this. So Michelle's saying, like, I eat healthy foods. Okay, so I'm putting healthy foods in my mouth, right? And I'm not losing any weight. Well, what if the issue is already in here? It's not an issue with what you're putting in, it's an issue with what's already going on in either here in our belly or up here with regards to stress. So it's kind of like if you were running a shower and the water coming out of the shower head is clean water, but the water is not draining in the bottom of the shower because the problem is in the shower drain, not with the water you're putting in. So we have to address the drain before we address that water going in. And so that's what we do in the menopausal metabolism reboot, is we unclog the drain and then we resume with the healthy habits. And it is possible that we're not getting the right mix of foods at this point in time when you're going through hormonal changes. And that's something that you also could maybe use some education on to help you pass this little hump. So I'm gonna reach out to you, Michelle. If anybody else is interested in that, you can let me know that that's what you're dealing with too, and we can talk about it, okay? When I scan quickly, because we're running out of time, when I scan quickly across here, lose 25 pounds, 10 pounds, 20 pounds, 15 pounds, lose 5 pounds, and I see a lot of build muscle and gain energy, 30, 30, 15. So all of these things are going to be when you're, number one, consistently exercising, building muscle mass with our weightlifting, ditching the cardio, eating more, probably more healthy foods, crowding out the ones that are not serving your goals, and making sure that everything is in alignment, that you know your goal, that your nutrition matches your goal, that your fitness matches your goal, that your fitness and nutrition are in alignment. Once we can have, and it's kind of good to have somebody else who knows it, take that view of what you've been doing and then change it to what you should be doing, then you're gonna smash these goals. And most of these goals that you guys have said in this group, from 5 to 30 pounds, give me 3 to 6 months. There you go. And you got to think about how amazing would it be in the summer. That's basically June. How amazing would it be if I was crushing my goals and I was at my goal for June, for summer, right? Conversely, if you do nothing right now and you don't change your approach, you're probably going to be in the same spot or worse off in 6 months where you could have had a lot of results, okay? So that's why you might want to get going on booking a call with me, okay? So I'm going to take a look at some of these individual questions now. Katarina says she needs some help with menopausal weight loss. So anybody who's got that, let's talk about the menopausal metabolism reboot to start. And all of my programs, both fitness and nutrition, are really great for those going through menopausal changes. Anybody after 40, even in your 30s, would be fine, and really helped to work on these frameworks for nutrition that I teach and the weightlifting programs that I teach as well. Who says, Cindy wants to know, that she was the one who never has had any weight loss to help motivate her. She wants to lose 20 pounds and she says, what am I doing wrong? Cindy, I can tell you probably exactly what you're doing wrong when we hop on a call together and go over it, okay? Who is this? Lisa wants to know, what are my macros? So that's something that we can go over together. The nutrition trial that I talked about earlier, I dropped the link in the comments. That would be a great opportunity. If macros is what you want to learn, that's one of my nutrition frameworks, then let's hop on a call. I will teach you, I will take you through my calculation. First, we'll talk about your goals. Now I'll take you through my calculation for figuring out exactly how many calories you need in a day. Then we're going to talk about how do we split those calories between our macros, our proteins, our fats, and our carbs. And then we're going to talk about the mechanism to plan and to execute and to tweak for the long-term success. I've got probably about 5 clients who are doing macros right now, and they are crushing it. And what we do is we get together every couple weeks and we look at their graphs and we look at the input of what they've been doing, and we make little tweaks, and then you see their graph of their weight loss come down and down and down, and it's just incredible. So it's a really great tool when you're taught the right way to do it, okay? So let's do that nutrition trial for you. That would be great. That was Lisa B, okay? Tracy asks, how can I change my mindset and motivate myself? Well, I don't expect you to motivate yourself, but I know I can motivate you. So number 1 is going to be to start watching those Motivation Monday videos in the Motivation Monday video guide, and then hopping on a call with me, because if you can start to envision losing this 20 pounds, building this muscle, doing it on a little bit of time. This was Tracy, once you see that this is possible, even for the most busiest person like Jennifer, who just signed up, she's starting my Fit and Fast program on Monday, 20 minutes a day. She's got her first nutrition framework down. I taught it to her, and she is going to start seeing those results and seeing that motivation. And I can tell after just a few days of working together, her mindset is already changing. She signed up on, I think we had our call on Saturday. She signed up on Sunday. She's done her first 2 days, and today is her 3rd day. And I will tell you, her motivation is up, okay? This is how we do it, right? Part of it is getting started with these free exercises that I also told you about. If you're just hopping on, go back to the beginning and watch this again when we're done. I'm going to go through all these questions regardless of the time. Okay. How to eat and work out? Well, to eat, you would open your mouth too. Let's see. How to eat and work out for weight loss, especially when you're struggling with motivation. Hop on a call. We'll map out a plan. You'll be super clear. So again, to take Jennifer as, just because she's my most recent client, day 1, I'm teaching her. She feels confident. She knows what to do. I've given her clear action steps, not a lot of steps, just a couple steps. Day 1, I check in with her. We good? You got everything down? How was your first day? She's like, I got it. I'm doing great. Give me more, right? And so it's just this little bit of check-in. And then what I noticed today, because I have these 3 back-to-back appointments, and she's already checking into the group. She's doing the accountability check-ins. She knows what to do. She's on board. She's got a community supporting her who've already welcomed her. And so this is where we see success, okay? This is why I built this program, Empowered Fitness Mastery. It's my 3-month coaching. You can stay in as long as you want. 3 months is the minimum. It's 50% off right now. Just book a call with me and we will get you on board. Let's see. How do I stay motivated? How to keep motivated? I'm telling you all this stuff. But you gotta start. You're not gonna just suddenly wake up one day and be motivated. You have to take the action and do all the things that I've said so far. All of them. Go back, start this over, grab some paper. This says what to buy, but grab some paper, make your action list, right? This is how it works. Come back next week and we'll do it again. The best way to get rid of her belly fat above the C-section area. So the best thing for that, now I didn't have a C-section, but I did have a tummy tuck last year to help with all of that excess skin from expanding to like there with my kids and then retracting. So I finally, after 10 years, had them take that little bit of skin out, pull it down. So I do know the swelling that happens and the scar tissue that builds up. So what I found the best thing you can do is learn, and I've done this through my Jill's Killer Abs program, is learn how to hold your stomach in by training it to be strong, and that will flatten it, it will pull it in, and then when you get your nutrition in check, it's going to reveal your abs, right? Got it? I'll post a picture for you guys with my abs from today if I didn't already, so that you can see, how it works, what works. Even in this season where last night I went out, I had 2 glasses of sangria at a friend's birthday party, and I could still see my abs today, right? Because I've been working hard at it and been mostly consistent. When you're mostly consistent, you can enjoy as well, okay? Let's see, how do you go about being motivated to have a weight loss mindset? What keeps you going? Me personally, it's to never stop. It's to constantly be surrounded with other people who want to succeed on the journey and to always have a plan. So I already know what my workouts are for next week. I already talked to one of my friends and clients who reached out to me today to tell me what she did today for her workout. And I said, oh yeah, I'm going to do that one, next week. I'm going to do these 5 workouts. They're kickboxing classes that I've taught. I said, I think on Monday, I'm going to start doing kickboxing. Maybe not Monday. Monday's Christmas. I don't know. We'll see what kind of time there is. Anyways, having your plan, having a mechanism to keep you accountable to it, and sticking to it. It keeps you so motivated, and it helps you with the mindset. When you see that your hard work gives you results, it really helps you. But I think also when you say how do you keep going, you have to learn that there are times when you enjoy and you eat cookies and brownies and pizza and drink wine, and it still works. You can still be on a weight loss journey and enjoy these things. You just have to understand the nuances and how it's going to work and what your limits are, okay? Let's see, who's this? How to eat properly to get rid of belly fat. So it's going to be a lot of whole foods, healthy foods, and the right amount that you keep your metabolism flexible, burning, smart, right? So isn't that weird? You want a smart metabolism that knows that if you're doing less activity, it can slow down and it can preserve your food a little longer. And if you're doing a lot of activity, that it can use calories quicker. And so when you are doing the things in line, when you're eating to your activity level and your goals, your body starts to get smart, starts to understand. And therefore, when you start to eat a little more, it says, oh, she's eating more. I can burn this quicker, right? And I can use this food. So that's what I would say is how to properly get rid of belly fat is to eat the right amount of food and the right foods most of the time. Not always, just most of the time. Who's this? Julie I wants to know, how do I lower cortisol in my body? So this is going to have to do with your insulin, right? So that's going to mean your blood sugar. Are we fasting for a long time and then eating and our blood sugar spikes and our cortisol goes up? Are we super stressed out? That's going to have the cortisol going up. Are we lacking sleep because we don't have a good bedtime routine? There's many things that will contribute. Are we doing too much high intensity exercise? Lots of things contribute. So we want to, I would say the menopausal reboot is going to help you lower your cortisol because we focus on a blood sugar stabilizing meal plan and smart workouts along with stress reduction activities. And so that is how you're going to lower your cortisol and then see that belly fat reduce, and you're going to see the bloating reduce, and you're going to feel so much more comfortable And that would be the same answer to Julie G. So it was Julie I and Julie G. Julie G is asking the same thing. How do I do this when menopausal? Okay, and here's a similar question. Let me see who this is. Michelle. Michelle, who was talking about hormonal imbalances before. She said, what do I need to do to balance my hormones without starving myself and feeling deprived from living a realistic lifestyle that works for me and maintain my ideal weight? So it's the same thing. So if you're saying that you think that the only way to lose weight is to starve yourself, then that's incorrect. Starving yourself is going to make that cortisol spike, and then you're going to be dealing with more hormonal imbalances, and you're going to be seeing the results, which is that gaining belly fat. So so you should not be starving yourself. You should be eating. You should be eating plenty. You should be think about like satisfying your body and your hormones. You should be doing things that are going to help you. So let me see what she says, something about what she's doing right now. Or this is her goal. She wants to walk and do yoga, and she wants to like to do weights to tone up, but first help with her midsection, belly fat, and thickness all over. So I think we should get you going in the program, Michelle V, because we can do all these things together, you know, and we'll see that change when it all comes together. I think I have one more question here. How do you make a plan that sticks? Wow, it's got to be reasonable. That's Tara. It's got to be reasonable. So she's saying motivation is lacking. So if you're like, okay, I want to start a new plan. I'm only eating celery and salads and grilled chicken and, you know, boiled rice and broccoli. That's not going to stick because that's not very fun. So you have to do something you enjoy. Same thing if you said, okay, now I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m. and run 5 miles every morning. That's not going to stick either because your body's going to be like, bleh, I don't want to do this. So you have to do stuff that you enjoy. And so that means, you know, finding a routine that works with you. I think some of my clients get so excited when I say, okay, this first workout program we're doing, number one, it's only 20 minutes a day. Number two, your hair is not even going to get out of place. Like I did my hair this morning and then I did my workout and my hair is still in place. So that's exciting, right? When you know you're not even going to like have to, you could probably get away without taking a shower. Don't say I said that. Okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today for this Q&A. Reminder, no Q&A next Wednesday because I'll be having lunch with friends. And instead, we are going to do our dream board or vision board, however you like to call it, workshop next Tuesday at noon Eastern. So come with a notebook, and I'll post about it a couple times before it happens in reminder so you don't miss it. And it's going to be something special, and you're going to be really glad that you did it. So again, don't forget to go back. Find in the guides, find the year-end fitness audit workshop, get that done, post or send me your audit, schedule a call with me, do the words of next year, the motivation or affirmations exercise that's also in there. Do this for yourself. This is huge. It's going to help you. Okay. And if you want, just get in touch with me too. You can just message me if you need help and you're like, I don't know what you said, but I need help. Okay. All right. Have a great week. It's only Wednesday. Still got a few more days. All right. Bye, everybody.